G'day chaps and welcome back. This is episode 7 now, I believe. We are at Coastal Highway. We're doing okay. 100% condition. All our stats are as high as they can be. And we have two things we need to do. Firstly, we need to find a hacksaw. That's really a priority now, because we need to be able to harvest meat and guts and saplings. I'm just going to run because this wolf's coming over from the left. I want to get out ahead of him. Now, you have to be so freaking careful with the ocean now. I came in the test build, I just barely touched it. And it was instant hypothermia. It was horrible. Nearly killed my character off completely. Flare, we have 2 now. That's a great find. So we'll head up to the main house there. I don't know though, do we? We have enough food. We really only need one thing, and that's the hacksaw. We don't need to be on this map otherwise. Do I skip the gas station completely? Should we just go for it? So what I'm thinking is we could just go for Desolation Point. Avoid the house up here because there's a danger of bear. Sometimes wolves, so just skirting around the island. Just the temperature's as good as it's going to be. It's 8 hours of daylight, and basically I'm deciding now not to search Coastal Highway for the hacksaw. And the reason is I'm just taking advantage of conditions as they stand. We're well fed, loads of water, everything's in good condition, it's not too cold, weather's okay, enough daylight. We just have to take the opportunity that's being presented to us, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going gung-ho. Surely there must be somewhere in the mine or otherwise where we find the hacksaw in or around Desolation Point. I can hear the bear, so I'm going to start taking a wider berth around this island here. This flare's not going to do shit, by the way, but it's all I got. We've got to really stay away from the ocean on the right. We don't want any kind of sign of weak ice. I don't like this, so I think I might run. It's a bit dangerous running when there's weak ice around here, but I can definitely 100% hear the bear. And it makes me nervous. So that's fair enough. Let's turn and look. No sign of him. We're not too cold. So that was pretty good. It looks like there are no structures up there. You see that already? They're all derelicts, so there's no point checking. So we are heading straight for Desolation Point as quick as our legs can carry us. We're too close to the ocean. Let's get back on dry land. I'm really nervous of getting I've got frostbite around here before on Stalker. Hypothermia, sorry. There's a storm coming in. This isn't good. We're going to have to make it all the way through to... I've got my bedroll, haven't I? Yeah. There is shelter. I'm going to head for the cave. There's a cave on the section between here and I forget the name of it. Crumbling Highway, that's it. That transition bit. There is a cave there. I think we're going to go for the cave as the storm comes in. It's the best way I know of going around the wolves. I'm really just going to try and conserve that flare. I'm not interested in sleeping here because the weather's turning, so we need to keep moving, running even. We seriously got to. Oops. We seriously got to get a move on. So, instead of going left to the structures, we're going to veer right and go down. Hopefully, avoid any sign of wolves, and then get to the cave and just build a fire and just chill there. Catch a couple hours sleep. I think it's safe. But yeah, we're at risk of getting really cold. Let's get the flare out just in case it does happen. Keeping an eye out for the wolves. Can't see any sign of them. Music just kicks in. A very gentle piano. Love it. I love this game. Fucking hell. Keeping my ears open for the wolves as well. But we're getting really cold, so as it looks kind of safe, we're going to run to that cave. Seems to be a deer carcass just outside. Fuck! Guess we're using this flare then. I'm going to have to... fuck it, let's just get to the cave. Scare him off when we're here. May harvest that after this little encounter. Let's charge him. Oh fuck. I've just been silent this whole time. Jesus Christ. That was, retarded. Why did I stop speaking? That was the most bizarre thing. I'm gonna have to edit this together again after. I completely lost the plot there. Sorry about that, boys. Not quite sure how I'm gonna edit all that together. But, I guess that encounter with the wolf there had me so engrossed. Grossed, mate. Totally engrossed. That I completely forgot to keep on speaking. Maybe I'll have to add some text afterwards or something. Okay, so what are we doing? Let's... we're just trying to heat up right now, so I'm consuming stuff we can warm up. We really don't need that flare. So I'm going to do the herbal tea. Again, we're just trying to get as much heat as we can, as quickly as we can. And then we need to push on, get to the mine. We do have plenty of lantern fuel. So, let's have a look. That's kind of warmed us up enough, not really. So I'll just melt a little bit of water. Just trying to warm up that little extra bit before we head out. So that's just about right there. Okay. Warm enough. Yeah, we're not going that far. Okay. Good enough. So, we have one flare left now. That last one did save our lives though. We're just going to run. We're not too bothered about tiredness. Main thing right now is just getting to the mine in one piece. And without freezing to death. It's not that cold, even though it's pretty obvious there's a storm coming in. It only feels like -6, which is positively balmy. That's no trouble. So we're trying to get up to the mine right now. I think we can get up this way. Yeah, I do remember that. So we just avoided any more potential wolves there. That's just a nice quick route if you want to make sure you stay safe. So here we are. We're at the mine. We're going to be warm enough. We're not going to be safe. There are no wolves in there. We have enough fuel in our lanterns, so we'll be able to see just dandy. So now we can kind of kick back and just enjoy the ride. I don't think we've got anything to worry about till we get to Desolation Point. Hopefully we'll find that hacksaw in these mines. Somewhere around the workbench would be where I'd imagine we'd maybe see them. I think we made it through there okay. There's pretty much, unless you're really lucky, there's no way to get through this section without encountering any wolves. So I think we did as well as could be sort of expected. If my pry bar breaks, it breaks. So be it. It's more important to check everything we come across. We just can't leave stuff. Nothing else here, is it? Okay. Let's get the old lantern out. I love these new animations. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I still haven't seen the one with the matches yet. Have I? No. Maybe we'll just light a match because I'm curious to see what it looks like. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see it, am I? Because it'll be so dark. How about we'll try this. Put the lantern down and then I want to see this animation. Let's do it. Huh. Really simple. Can we put that down? You can drop a match and it just disappears. Huh. That's pretty cool. Cool. That was just my long dark geekery, being a nerd. You know how closely I follow the development of this game, so every little addition I want to check it out. Still no news on story mode. Not really much to say. I'm happy to be patient, so I've kind of stopped thinking about it. As I said before, I prefer they get it right than feel they need to rush. It's their game. They can do whatever they want. And I think they're doing a great job. So, hope they just keep on doing what they're doing. And I have no doubt that story mode is going to be absolutely outstanding. Yeah, they're not going to release anything until they're completely happy with it. So, that's good. Much better than the one we've got, so let's ditch what we've got. Don't need to worry about the pry bar anymore. I love the music in the background. Dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. And these mines are really peaceful places because you know you're safe. And it's quiet. And it's warm. So, you know, they play the kind of freaky music, but I don't pay any attention to that anymore. Mines or caves are, well, especially mines, are great. Some of my favourite places in the whole Long Dark game, because it's the only place where I can kind of relax. That and maybe the dam. I don't like the dam. It's too claustrophobic. When I have a long game, I like to live at the radio control tower, Pleasant Valley, because there's hunting nearby. You're up high, and I don't know why that feels secure, but it does. And you have that fence around you, so anytime you go out, you can have a look around before you actually step outside. We've got tons of coal, so if we, hopefully, please, let's refuel this guy. And refueling that, it's all about keeping my weight down. That's worse off than the other one. If there's no hacksaw on, oh god, I hate to even think about it. That would just suck. Because we wouldn't be able to make what we need to make, and we need to make stuff. 5 hours of daylight, do we go for it? Yeah. No doubt. If we get stuck, we can just do a coffee. Tons of food, tons of water, tons of coal. 27, hey yay. All we need is metal. Basically, all we need is metal. I want to go check the Riken out. Either there's a chainsaw or there's enough metal that we can make some kind of tool. I need a tool. I need either a knife or a hatchet. Just thinking about it now, I guess the hatchet would be more useful because you can harvest more with it. And you can still use it as a defensive weapon against a wolf if you have to. So we just have the one flare left, just checking. So what do? Go straight for the Riken? Maybe via the church. Temperature's excellent. If we get really stuck for energy, we have a coffee. So this is going pretty well. And I'm going to go just direct. I'm going to go church, straight to the Riken, see how much metal we have and how much we need to craft a some kind of axe. And then we'll take it from there. We'll see if we find the hacksaw here. If we do, we can craft arrowheads and all kinds of stuff. If we don't, we're really going to have to prioritize, I suppose. Have to get at least one arrowhead. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of a trip. I've seen what a lot of people do when they get this far. They'll produce 2 of everything. So 2 axes, 2 knives. And then as many arrowheads as they can, and then you leave Desolation Point never to return, basically, and that's the sort of ideal situation. I think that's the best strategy. Oops. Because there's nothing on Desolation Point apart from that forge. It is literally the end of the maps, the game. So I'll tell you what, it's been interesting playing so long without any kind of weapon, because it really affects how you play the game. You have to be so much more cautious, I guess. You have to think ahead so much more. So, just approaching, you know, I went on the rock there. I'm trying to stay on the high ground, get the best view I can, so I'm going to come straight up this hill here. I think the gradient should work, and then I've got a view over the whole church. I'm staying to the sides. Rabbit is good, that means it's safe. So now I can approach. And come in the back way, see if I can scare that rabbit just a little bit more. It's heading away from me anyway, okay. So it looks safe enough. Let's see what we find. This is... oh, you're so hopeful coming into this church. Really think, come on, you got to find something. Or is it that brutal of a game now? How hard is it? Nothing. Newsprint, we got cedar firewood, that's it. Anything in here? I bet there's nothing. Wow, that is harsh. That is harsh. Oof. It's one of the major... right, I'm just going to head kind of real cautious. I'm going to go up the hill, I think. The wolf can just... you kind of... it's hard to have line of sight here. So I'm going to head up the hill, maintain line of sight. Grab 3 more of these. It's not going to hurt. I find they're worth grabbing if they're in like a nice 3 bunch collection like that. There's that rabbit again. Okay, so that's good. Chase the rabbit ahead of us. They're running back this way. Why is that? Okay, they've just scattered. That's okay. Okay, so here we are. We've come up far enough that we actually have a view now, and we can approach safely. So, all the extra time it took climbing the hill, that has now become worth it. I'm going to take the path and try to just stick to the left. I'm sticking to the left side as well because I know, just logically, there can be no danger to my left. Unless I'm extremely unlucky, so I'm kind of making sure I cover the widest angles. Keeping my eyes peeled. Where do we get down to the Riken from? Let's have a think and a look. We can't do it at the... we can do it just after the bridge, I think. I'm not going to bother with the mushrooms because we have antibiotics. Okay. All good so far. Let's have a look. See what the Riken... anything around it? No, it never is. Now the bear has come up this far in the past. I've had encounters in Stalker where I've shot a bear this far up. Really don't know if they've made any changes to bears on Interloper. This is not an approach that I like though, going down that road. So I never go down there. It's just pretty much guaranteed to get attacked by something. So I'm going to try and get down this way and go around. You kind of settle into patterns and routes, I suppose. If you've been playing as long as I have. So we're going to check the car and then straight to the Riken. I think we played that quite well. We've just got just enough energy left. Condition's still very good. I'm feeling okay about that. There's nothing there. So there we go. I think this is a nice time to kind of end the recording. I have a horrible feeling that we are not going to find a hacksaw in the Riken. So it's really a question of how much metal we can find just lying around, and again, I'm not too hopeful. Well, we've made it here well. Everything's worked out so far really well. Can't complain. This is when the hacksaw becomes all important. Life or death. Maybe not that dramatic, but it determines our strategy, put it that way. Because we need to craft tools. And to do that we need metal. And to get metal we need the hacksaw. Unless we find enough of it lying around. So let's I'm going to extend this episode a little bit. I'm curious. I don't want to pause it right now. Let's get the old lantern out. Let's search this place properly. Let's have a look. Let's see what we find. I'm going to strip this place as bare as I can. There must be some metal around. Please give me the hacksaw. All this is metal. All these fallen down cabinets and stuff. So we have tons of coal. We have basically everything we need. Apart from this one tool. And I keep banging on about it. But it's all I can think about. Let's search this properly. Now remember, we already have the heavy hammer. Oh, fantastic. Coffee can absolutely be a lifesaver. It was in pretty good condition when we cook it. That'll be nearly about 100. No kind of hacksaw here. Tons of coal. I'm going to drop all my coal here. All 8 kilos of it. That takes us down to a good weight again. These will drop sticks and stuff too. So there's no point carrying too much. Our stats, we're okay. We're going to sleep upstairs, so I know I'm burning lantern fuel, but I'm not too bothered. Let's just get our stats nice and healthy. Let's take a minute and then I'll continue looking around. I'm in no particular rush to finish. Okay. Hope you're enjoying this, boys and girls. So, we've dropped the stuff we need to make our tools. We're looking good. Drop the heavy hammer as well. There's no point carrying it, and it's 2 kilos, super heavy. And also the metal. I've been collecting that just to bring that here. It's not looking promising, unfortunately. Not seen any metal around. No sign of a tool. Painkillers are very good. We're going to have to head to the whaling station, but before we do that, we'll need sleep. We're pretty much done sleep-wise. Anything? Soup. It's always worth crouching down in this game. So that was really disappointing. We're going to have to continue the search. Hopefully the whaling station has a hacksaw, but I also have just this sinking feeling that it's not going to. Another pry bar. Can I harvest that? Ooh, 2 metal. I'll take it. That's cool. Maybe we just have to break down all our shit. Like, everything. Do we destroy the lantern? How dumb would that be? But, on the other hand, if it's a lantern or an axe, what are you going to choose? I know what I'm going to choose. Ooh, more metal. Okay, it's all about metal. I wonder how much we could get. We've got 2 downstairs, 1 in hand. Get 2 more from the pry bar. 5. Is that enough? Can we check? Let's have a look. No. So I can't check. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to sit in the dark, and I'm going to... You don't need to do this with me. I'll stop recording here. I'm just going to harvest, drop the metal, look up online how much we need to make an axe. And then we're going to head to the whaling station, I guess. That's it from me, boys and girls. Ciao for now. I'll see you in the next one.